In the previous chapter, you saw that Tankuo tells Tangshu, if you do not like this tattoo, then I can remove it. Hearing this, Tangshu starts thinking that if all this had not happened, then today he could have cried, smiled, and even taken out his anger on others just like he used to do in childhood. Then Tangshu places his hand on his head and says, I do not hate it at all. Everything just felt strange to me. That's why I asked you about it. By the way, do you want to eat something right now? Tankuo says, I can eat anything. Just then the signal turns green. After some time, we are shown that Tangshu was now at his house. While looking at his phone, he was thinking, what should I say to him? Should I ask him how he has been all these years? Thinking all this was making him very troubled. Then he remembers that Tankuo had said, if you do not like it, then I can remove it. Just then Lu Qingwei calls him. Tangshu picks up the call and says, what do you want? Hearing this, Lu Qingwei says, why are you talking in such a cold way? But Tangshu angrily says, say whatever you want to say. If you have nothing to say, then do not call me. Lu Qingwei says, I am following your star. Hearing this, Tangshu was about to cut the call when Lu Qingwei quickly says, hey, let me finish my words. I came to a psychiatrist with someone and I found him here. Hearing this, Tangshu says, who are you talking about? Lu Qingwei replies, I am talking about Tankuo. Tangshu quickly tells him to send the location. After some time, we are shown that Tangshu had reached that location. Lung Wei asks him, where is your car? Tangshu replies, he will recognize my car, so I left it at home. Then he sits in the back seat of the car. Lu Qingwei introduces him to his friend who came here with him. That boy's name was Alan. The three of them were waiting outside the clinic for Tankuo to come out. Then Lu Qingwei says he just went inside, so he will not come out quickly. These kinds of things take time. After some time, we are shown that Tankuo had come out of the clinic. Lu Qingwei asks him, do you not want to meet him? Tangshu says he does not want me to know about this. Hearing this, Lu Qingwei asks, then why did you come here? Did you come here just so you could watch him leave? Tangshu replies, yes. Hearing this, Lu Qingwei starts getting troubled. Tangshu keeps watching him leave, then he drives away in the car without saying anything. Lu Qingwei irritatedly says, what exactly happened to him? Then Alan says, your friend is good looking. Lu Qingwei replies, my friend is straight, so you have no chance. Alan asks him, are you straight too? Lu Qingwei lifts his chin and says, that depends on who I am with. I can bend for you. After this, both of them start flirting inside the car. Then the scene shifts to Tangshu. He asks a nurse at the clinic counter, my relative came here for counseling. I want to know about his condition. The nurse says, you will have to write your personal details here. Until then, I will ask whether Dr. Wen is free or not. Tangshu starts writing his details on the paper and the nurse asks, Doctor, ma'am, someone wants to know about a patient's condition. Are you free? Tangshu gives her his personal details. The nurse says, I am sorry. Dr. Wen is busy today. You can contact her another day. Here is her business card. After Tangshu leaves, Dr. Wen asks, the nurse, did he leave? The nurse replies, yes. I did exactly as you told me to do. I gave him your business card. Then she worriedly asks, is Tankuo not doing well? He has been coming here more often these days. Dr. Wen says yes. Now the time has come to meet his parents. In the next scene, we are shown that Tankuo was traveling in a train. At that moment, he was talking to Tangshu. Tankuo says, right now I am sitting in the train. I went to the supermarket, that's why I could not answer your call. Tangshu says, okay, reach home safely. After cutting the call, Tankuo starts thinking, Tangshu has never called me without a reason. Did something happen to him? Just then, the train stops at a station. A lady boards the train with her daughter. Tankuo gives them his seat. The little girl thanks Tankuo for it. Seeing the lollipop in her hand, Tankuo says, you should not eat a lollipop here. It is very crowded and if someone pushes you, then it might hit your mouth. Hearing this, her mother also tells her not to eat it. Then the little girl gives the lollipop to Tankuo. Her mother says, you should take it. She likes you. Tankuo takes the lollipop and thanks her. The little girl says, you are blushing. You look really cute. Just then, Tankuo's station arrives. So he gets off the train. While looking at the lollipop, he starts thinking, this is the first time I have heard praise about myself from a little girl. It was a very sincere compliment. Then he puts the lollipop in his pocket and starts walking out of the station. After some time, we are shown that he had reached the classroom. Today, many students had come to class. Just then, Hee-jung calls out to him. Tankuo walks toward him and asks, why are there so many people here today? Hee-jung says, a doctor from a nearby college committed suicide. That's why our school is forcing everyone to attend psychology class. After some time, the teacher arrives to take the class. The teacher says most college students should know how to control their emotions. In today's class, we will learn about some suicide cases. Then the teacher talks about a case in which a girl's body was found after 1 month. She had jumped into the river and ended her life. The police found out about her identity after 2 months. She was a traffic college student. Seeing the girl's photo, Tankuo gets shocked. The teacher continues, because of her death, the police solved this trafficking ring. They used to take young girls and sell them in mountain areas for money. Later, the police rescued all the victims and many of them accepted their fate. But that girl chose death. It seems she never accepted it. Her husband was an alcoholic and he always treated her badly. There was not even any legal relationship between them. Then the teacher shows them a photo through the projector and says she used to live in that house. There was nothing there except a chain through which she was kept captive. She tried many times to escape but always failed. In the next scene, we are shown that while she was trying to escape, someone suddenly grabbed her hand. A child was calling her mom. After this, the scene shifts back to the classroom. All the students start discussing among themselves what kind of mentality made her take her own life. The teacher asks, did she make the right choice? One student says, I support her choice. Some people's lives are filled with pain, that's why they end their lives. But the other students did not agree with this. One student says she should have searched for a better life. On top of that, she even had a son. Even if her situation was bad, taking her own life was not the right choice. All the students keep discussing this topic. Tankuo could no longer tolerate all this. He stands up from his seat and says to the teacher, first of all, I would like to correct you. You are wrong. The teacher asks what mistake. Tankuo says she did not take her own life. She was only trying to save her child, and because of that she fell into the river. Hearing this, the teacher gets shocked and says, did she save her child? Tankuo says yes. When her son fell into the river, she saved his life. She left her son safely near the riverbank. But the river current carried her away. She was neither weak nor wrong. The teacher asks, how do you know all this? Tankuo says, because I am her son. She is my mom. At the beginning of today's chapter, we see that everyone was extremely shocked after learning the truth. Tankuo was standing there silently and says, yes, look carefully, I am her son. Then we see Tankuo suddenly becoming very sad and saying, I am hiding things from them. I only told them half of the truth. And the story directly shifts into the past, where we see little Tankuo with his mom. They were standing near a river and Tankuo's mom tells him to go and play in the river. Tankuo was still a very small child. He did not understand anything about the situation. Very innocently, he tells his mom, let's play together. But his mom says, you go into the river by yourself. I will stand here and watch you. And little Tankuo listens to his mother and starts walking toward the river. Present Tankuo then tells us that my mom lied to me. We did not go there to play. My mom brought me there to kill me. And we see that as soon as Tankuo goes into the river to play, his mom leaves him there and starts walking away. Just then, some people suddenly arrive there and start shouting that a child has fallen into the river. Here Tankuo was drowning in the river and he looks toward his mother who was standing there without coming to save him. She was watching her own child die in front of her eyes. But in the end, she was still a mother. She could not keep watching her child drown. So she herself jumps into the river. Somehow she grabs Tankuo's hands and saves him from drowning. This reveals that in the end she had given up on the idea of killing her own child. Tankuo tells us that my mom saved me and handed me over to some people. And as soon as I was rescued, I started looking toward my mom. She looked very calm to me. I was screaming for them to save her too. I was calling my mom to come back to me, but my mom was filled with guilt. There was a strange pain in her eyes and a smile on her face that I could never forget. My mom regretted everything so much that she gave up her own life. She herself went deeper into the water, even though first she tried to kill me, then saved my life. Still, no one can deny that she gave up her own life. But I can never let this truth come out in front of others. Then we see present Tankuo again. In the next scene, we are shown Tang Shu, who had come to Tankuo's class teacher to talk with him. Tankuo's class teacher looked very troubled. Tang Shu asks him what happened. The teacher replies, you know Tankuo, right? Today he said something in class that has made me very worried. Then the class teacher shows Tang Shu the video from the morning. Now Tang Shu also learns everything that Tankuo had said. Tang Shu never knew this truth about Tang Shu's past until today. He becomes deeply troubled. The class teacher says he is not even answering my calls. I do not know whether he is okay or not. Tang Shu immediately starts leaving from there and says I will go find him. But before Tang Shu leaves, the class teacher asks him, Tankuo is your relative, right? Then how did you not know about his past? Tang Shu becomes very quiet. Then he tells the class teacher, I am not his relative. When I was a new teacher, I went to a village as a volunteer. That is where I met Tang. Then Tang Shu tells us that he never thought about saving Tang, nor did he ever plan to rescue him and bring him home. There was only one reason why Tang Shu went against everyone and brought Tang Ku away from that village, and the story once again shifts into the past. When Tang Shu had seen many wounds on Tang Ku's body, he took him to a doctor and asked the doctor to treat him. Tang Shu tells Tang Ku, "Do not worry. This doctor will treat you and all your pain will disappear." After sending Tang Kuo to the doctor, Tang Shu comes outside. There he sees one of the village elders. Tang Shu walks toward him to talk. The elder was also talking about Tang. Tang Shu asks him what exactly happened to Tang. The elder explains that Tang Kuo's mother was kidnapped and brought into this village, or in simple words, she was bought. The family that bought that girl was extremely horrible. They used to beat her badly. Whenever she tried to escape, they threatened to kill her, and they always kept her locked up. But one day that girl suddenly disappeared, and when she later returned to the village, she gave birth to a child named Tang Ku. She herself had given him that name, but that woman never liked her own child. Whenever little Tang Ko cried, she pretended that she heard nothing. Even though Tang Ko had a mother, he never received a mother's love since childhood. Tang Shu becomes extremely shocked after hearing this. In anger, he says, "How can you people do things like human trafficking? Are you humans or animals?" The elder replies, "We cannot do anything about it. Even the police and government are involved in this. No matter what we do, they always suppress us." In the end, Tang Shu asks, "What happened to Tang Ku after that?" The elder tells him that in the end, Tang Kuo's mother jumped into the water and took her own life. Since then, the child has been living like this. Tang Shu asks, "Why did that lady do such a thing?" The elder replies, "Who would want to live in such an abusive house where they are constantly beaten?" Tang Shu starts thinking, "I never knew that such a small child had such terrible family conditions." In the next scene, we see that Tang Kuo's treatment had already been completed. Tang Ko was still a small child and he was not speaking at all. Tang Shu asks him, "Are you okay?" But Tang Ku gives no reply. So Tang Shu says, "Then come with me. I will give you something delicious to eat." Tang Ko agrees to this. In the next scene, we are shown that it had become night and Tang Ku and Tang Shu were walking together. Suddenly they see a drunk man coming toward them from the front. He was heavily drunk. Tang Kuo becomes scared after seeing him. Tang Shu immediately understands that this man is Tang Kuo's father. As soon as the man comes near them, even though he was drunk, he starts talking to them very politely. He was saying random nonsense because of the alcohol. Then he asks Tang Shu, "Where are you taking my son?" Tang Shu was extremely angry inside, but he could not do anything because this man was Tang Kuo's father. So he calmly says, "I cooked something good for dinner today, so I thought I would take Tang Ko with me and feed him." Then he tells Tang Kuo's father, "I am taking Tang Kuo with me. I will bring him back later." Tang Kuo's father agrees and says, "You can take him." But then Tang Kuo's father mocks Tang Kuo and says, "Your mom already left us. You are not thinking of doing something like that, right? Look, I am your father, and you have responsibilities toward me. Never forget them. You know what we have to do, so quietly come back home on time." But Tang Kuo looked extremely frightened after seeing his father, as if he did not want to go back there again. And why exactly is Tang Kuo so scared of his father? If you know, then tell me in the comments. Then we see Tang Shu stepping in front of Tang Kuo and saying, "Now we should leave. I will bring Tang Kuo back on time." Tang Kuo's father quietly agrees. Then Tang Shu takes Tang Kuo away with him. But after they leave, we see that Tang Kuo's father was not happy at all. He looked extremely angry, and this is where the chapter ends.